Alright, students, this is Femi Anyodipe, and once again, I want to welcome you to this class. But today, we are going to do something extremely practical. And when I say practical, I mean connecting your domain to your hosting. Sincerely, this is the moment where your website officially comes to life online. And I will guide you step by step. We will do everything live, so you see exactly how it works. No guessing, no waiting. You watch and learn professionally, and at the end of the day, you'll be able to ascertain how it is done. So here's the deal. Here is the deal. Like we all know before now that your domain is your website address, like a street name. So your hosting is the land it sits on. So connecting both tells the internet when someone types your domain, beg your pardon, when someone types your domain, it sends them to the hosting directly. That is, it sends them to the location of the land. And without this step, your domain exists, your hosting exists, but they cannot talk to each other. So your website won't appear online when people search for it. Remember our house analogy, whereby our domain equals to the house address, our hosting is the land, and connecting two of them officially register your address so your visitors can find your house. This stage is critical because many beginners fail at this step. You will see how professionals do it, so that at the end of the day, you will not make that kind of mistake. And these are the common mistakes I want you to avoid when setting up your domain and hosting. One, copying your name server correctly, or expecting it to appear online immediately. Though some hosting company can make it appear instantly, but not in most cases, not in most cases. Then two, having the wrong combination for your domain and hosting. Oh, it's another mistake we all need to avoid. But by the time we go into the class in details, we will talk more about it. But one thing I need to let you know is at the end of this section, you should be able to understand why domain and hosting must be connected together. Also, you should be able to understand, be able to access your domain and your hosting through your DNS. Then also, confidently, you should be able to perform this step on your own, even without the help of anybody. And remember, this step make your website officially live on the internet, and without it, your website is just a house with no address. So if you don't want your own website to be a house without a physical or a particular address for people to locate it, why don't you just follow me as we go into the lecture in detail. Let's go.
All right, welcome again to another online demonstration. So today or here, I'll be showing you how to marry a domain and hosting together, or in another term, how to link two of them together so that they can see themselves searching for a domain name on the internet can end up taking the visitors to the desired location, which is the desired hosting company where the website is located. Yes, there's one thing we call name server, according to what we have taught us in the class. So name server is what stands as a link between the domain and hosting. So for example, these are some of the domain or website that are hosted in Empower to Acquire. All right, so let's search for one of them. I want to look for DNS. Okay. So let's assume I want to check Femi Anyodipe. Okay. I'll go with Femi Anyodipe. All right. So let's go and see the name server, the DNS name server that make Femi Anyodipe visible or accessible via hostinger.com. Even though the world will not see Hostinger, but they will only see femianyodipe.com. But with this name server we are seeing here, which is ns1.dns-packing.com and ns2.dns-packing.com, these two lines are the major things that connect domain and hosting together. When a visitor searches online for a particular domain name, it is with the aid of this DNS name server that they are able to redirect the same domain back to the hosting location. And I said immediately they are being directed to the hosting location, then the hosting will now bring out the website file of the particular page the visitor is actually looking for. Why? Because they are there already and the system can read where the person is coming from and what exactly the visitor is actually looking for. Now, this is the name server that is directly connected with an hostinger. Peradventure, I bought my domain name in hostinger and I bought my hosting from another hosting company. All I just need to do is I come to this change name server. Okay, this one we are seeing is from hostinger. So if I'm changing, I'll just click here and add the new one to number 3 and number 4. Okay, I'll add the new one to number 3 and number 4. And once it is added, I will just click save. Once I save it, then next time when anybody search for femianyodipe.com, it will be redirected to the new hosting company. No more hostinger. Why? Because I have changed the name server to a new location entirely. So how will you now know? Nobody knows your hosting company, but to you as the owner of the website, which is the owner of the house, you will know the effect of the kind of hosting package that you have or the effect of the hosting company that you have based on your experience, on how visitors can perceive your website, how much your website is online, how many problems do you encounter, and your hosting customer support are able to attend to it as soon as possible. That will determine maybe you have the right hosting company or not. So in short, what enables us to connect domain and hosting together is name server, which always start from ns1 dot whatever hosting company attached to it, but it must start from ns1 and ns2, and it must come in twin, which is 1 and 2. Once it is added to your DNS name server, you save changes, you automatically redirect the domain to another location. And once that is done, you give it like 24 hours to 72 hours for the new action that you just took to propagate all over the internet space. So I believe with this, we now understand how to link domain and hosting together for them to be visible on the internet space. Remember I said something before we come to online demonstration. I said you can have a domain name, you can have an hosting, but in as much as you have not married two of them together, definitely is as good as you don't have any website at all. So God bless you.